Replay queen. I don't care if anyone's here. When I have to speak, I'm going to get it out. So make sure you catch the replay. This weather over the weekend has got me a little feeling weird. But if you're not in the know, Ring Around the Rosies is doing his second live regarding a GoFundMe and Amazon wish list and all of that, right? So I'm not one to really change my stance too much. What I believe in is what I believe in. I still do not like the views of him. I don't with past lives. Like I said before, I noticed with the past year, he's been changing a bit. Hey, Miss Pender. Hey, Shalene. Grand Rising. Hey, Miss Craig. I've noticed within the past year, he has changed and hasn't been as abrasive, but what I said still applies in my life the other day. I don't I don't agree with a lot of his views. I just don't. Hey, Miss Angel, and that won't change. Now, I'm also someone to be accountable for myself. I speak for me and I speak for me alone. I do. When it came to this saga, I personally feel that I could have done a better job in my delivery. Talking about the woman's foot size, and I still won't change that. They are big. I think there were instances where I could have done better. So I have to hold myself accountable for that. Not speaking for anyone, but my views still don't change. I just think my delivery could have been better. Hopefully people understand that, but they don't. People hear what they want to hear, child, and I'm fine with that. My views remain the same. I just think my delivery could have been a bit better. But going back to Ring Around the Rosies, good morning, Miss Gibson, Miss Angel. If I didn't speak, y'all know my short term is horrible. Hey, Snooky. Going back to Ring Around the Rosies, this is such a teachable moment. I promise you, y'all. People don't get it until it's done. Social media is a zoo, y'all. It is a circus. And people are always looking to gravitate towards the next big thing that align with what they stand on. Oh, this person feels the way I do. Let's be friends. Oh, this person feels the way. Let me support them. But what you fail to realize is that people can change. People can change on you, and then you will be looking like Boo Boo the Fool. So, you know what's best? That same energy that you put into people, put that into your damn self. And this is a prime example. Grand Rising, beautiful Amina. And this is a prime example of that because there were people that were celebratory with his stance yesterday and that are not today. And my stance still doesn't change. I feel like that energy you had when you were laughing and applauding, you could have done better. Now you have a change of heart. Okay, that's great. But I think that speaks to someone's character. And who knows, they might have a different stance tomorrow. I'm learning that sometimes people go where the wind blows. So I'm not investing into anyone anymore when it comes to their stance. And I've learned that. I have, and I think this is a teachable moment. It really, really is. Be mindful of who you're willing to say yes for because they just might surprise you. My views will remain the same when it comes to that channel. I don't agree with him, and I haven't for quite some time. He has changed over the year, and it hasn't been as abrasive, but you know, I feel like he could have done better. I think this approach, regardless if you dislike someone or not, I feel like your delivery is kind of what matters. For example, I believe that the ex wife needs counseling. I believe that the ex wife has fallen short in parenting based on videos that I've seen when the children were present. I believe that the ex wife is accepting of behavior of a man with hips that has spat. You know, I believe that. That's just me, you know. But if I say that dumbass heifer, as opposed to how I presented it. It's all about presentation. So, speaking for myself, there's times where I could have presented my views better. Hopefully, it gets better, but I'm really kind of done on the story. But my views won't change. Simply my delivery, and I wish those babies well that come here, and that man with hips. Don't even get me started on him and being a father to children. That's so scary, y'all. with the conduct I've seen in him, it makes me sick to my stomach. So, good morning, Shanta. How are you? I think this is a teachable moment. I'm not here for a long time, simply a good time, and more so because my thoughts, I'll forget them. So this needs to be, I need to start keeping a voice recorder around. I think this is a teachable moment. I think his presentation today is way better, but I also, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't negate the fact that you also fell for the banana in the tailpipe and were extremely celebratory. And that's something that he has to hold himself accountable for. And who knows if he'll change his views the next day. That's why I'm just not quick anymore to ride with someone, because you never know if they're going to go where the wind blows. And that's just my opinion on that. You know, it really is. I also don't believe, regardless of who it is, I don't care if it was La Truth, A Truth, One Truth, The Truth. If you have the same type of request as someone else, who are you to judge? If I have a GoFundMe right now that says, please pay for my equipment so you guys can support Chatty's page, I would be the biggest hypocrite if I went live mocking a content creator that has the same thing. That's just my opinion. I would have to just, I would feel stupid. How dare you speak of that? How dare you? And I would, if anybody came at me for that, I would have to eat that and say, you know what? You're right. I, shit, you got me, So to each his own. I can't stress enough to, I've learned so much in this. I really have, you guys. And I've just learned a lot. I've learned a lot. You're going to support people, great. But at the end of the day, it's really not worth it insulting someone else simply because they have a difference of opinion. Because again, I also think that the ex-wife has embarrassed her supporters time and time again as well. you know, time and time again. I mean, gone on the bat for the people that celebrated this relationship and painted him as a good man. So be mindful of who you support, because they could just switch up on you. They could just tell you to mind your business. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it to go that hard time and time again, because people will change just like the weather. This is my opinion only. You don't have to agree with that. I can respect that. It's just the way to do it. So, this is my morning minute. I might go live later because it's some other things that I wanted to talk about. Um, that bother me, not with this saga, but I don't know if you guys remember Matthew Perry from Friends, that passed away, and they found that a lot of drugs in the system, etc., and people were held accountable for that. It bothers me because there's so many people that have passed away due to overdose, especially fentanyl, etc. But I'm learning, is it simply because one has money or fame and riches that people are prosecuted because of that? Is their life more valuable than just say John Smith, who OD'd on fentanyl that was provided to him? I just don't like that. So, I mean, rest in peace to Matthew Perry from Friends. I think he was Chandler. Yeah, he was Chandler. He struggled with substance abuse, but they're even going down to the person that supplied. It's to each his own. I just wish that we had that same accord for anybody that passed away for overdose, and not just somebody that was on a syndicated television show. But those are my views and my views only. I hope you guys have a great day. For those that do punch the clock, try to stay centered today. Don't let anybody get you off your path. I know it's a lot right now during the holidays. A lot might be trying to figure out how you're going to make it for the kids. It's just a lot, you guys, with everybody. And I feel like despite of we use YouTube for our distractions, we still have our own lives. So I hope that despite all of the arguing, despite the back and forth, despite the insults, that you're at least trying to take care of you and protecting yourself, mind, body, and soul. So that's all I have this morning. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button if you like. If not, that's fine too. That's the way of the world. You know what I mean? So you guys are amazing. Have a great morning, and stay true to you. Until next time.